Yeah, we did a great job up front. We opened some pretty big holes that got Mark going downhill, got Damon going downhill early, and I mean that's a lot of our success at running back is how well those guys have been able to push people around up front. He's a guy that we all have a lot of confidence in, and when he's in there, we don't really miss a beat. Playbook really doesn't change. I mean, maybe a little less juking, but once you get him going downhill, he can do some things of his own. I think we definitely took a step, but after seeing the film, there's a lot more things we can correct to score some more points and make sure that we're not only getting the end zone. I think we only got in 3 out of those 6 times down the red zone, so that's still not that good, but we definitely took a step forward and know we have to continue to get better. I thought this last week was a pretty good test, got into some things that maybe we didn't think we were exactly going to see, and we're able to keep everybody on the same page and to get to good plays. So I thought as a unit we did a lot better job this week kind of adjusting on the fly, and we're going to continue to do that as the season goes on.
A little bit, not too crazy, not too much, but they recruited me a little bit. It didn't really change too much for me. Got like no one really recognized me, so I don't know. I have my headphones on going to class, so I'm not sure, but yeah, it's pretty much just stayed the same.
Um,
I was pretty much comfortable with it all. Like I'm in the meetings. We're in the same meetings, fullbacks and running backs. So we listen. I listen. I know that there's always that chance that possibly it could happen. So you never know. Yeah, it's definitely a different read out there. It's sometimes slower, sometimes faster. It depends. And yeah, fullback. You're pretty much reading the same thing in tailback, but it's a little bit different. And yeah, just I need to continue to improve on that. I missed some big holes out there.
on that.
I'm not even sure. You have to ask him and all that. I don't know how that came about, but yeah, they started calling me that, and I just went with it. I just sent them my. Once I got the release form from Air Force, I was allowed to send it to teams. I sent it to them and then tried to contact them, and eventually contacted them, talked with the coaches, and they said I could come down. Herb, he's the running back coach, and he was also who was recruiting me a little bit out of high school. He recruits my area. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Come in, do the workouts, and come to spring ball, and just see where I am then.
What's it like going into that, not knowing there's no security in that?
Yeah, it's tough. There's no security, but you just have to work as hard as you can. Just control what you can control. All you can control is how hard you work.
Yeah, it helps knowing what kind of back's back there so you can kind of alter the way you block. But, Mark's kind of hit the hole, and then he's not really going to make a move. He's going to try and run over guys. So, obviously it brings a lot of energy to the team, and, I think it got the crowd going, which in turn got us going. So, overall it had a great effect. Yeah, like I said, we were able to take some positive steps forward, but, we can't discredit those backs. I mean, Mark made a lot of those yards on his own, and Damian made some great cuts back there. So, those guys really deserve all the credit. Up front, we just need to do a better job communicating. There's still a lot of things we can improve on, and this week, hopefully, we can continue to take steps forward. Yeah, exactly. We're a really young football team, so obviously we can't afford not to improve every week, and then with Big Ten play right around the corner, then you're going to be playing extremely talented teams that everyone's capable of beating you. Not to discredit Central Michigan, they're a great football team as well. So, we just want to start, really taking those big steps forward. But we understand that starts today on Tuesday, and we need to, make the smaller ones first.
He talked to me yesterday about staying on my feet because, like Mark, he's a big guy, and most DBs don't really want to tackle him. So, lowering my shoulder is probably more of an advantage than me trying to jump over somebody. Yeah, just been paying attention to the details and doing what I'm supposed to do. So.
That was Iowa State where you tried to hurdle over a guy, right?
Yeah, that was so stupid. I landed on my hip and messed up my back, and I probably won't ever do that again. It's gonna come. Obviously, inside the 3-yard line, we've been giving it to Mark. But once Big Ten play comes around, I'm sure we're gonna have to mix things up a little bit. So it's not too big of a deal as long as we're winning. That's shocking, but you know, we're 2-1, so it's not something that it's huge, but you know, it'll come. I wouldn't say that. They were, you know, playing a defense I'm sure they were coming into with, and I just happen not to be getting the ball as much as people were thinking, but that's fine. You know, we had how much yards offense last week? 400 yards, so that's not that big of a deal. It's still early on in the year. You never know what's going to happen. So.
Well, I mean, I'm ready every week, you know, just as ready as Mark was. You know, we all go in every week knowing that anything can happen at any time, and we might have to play both positions. I mean, I really can't tell the difference. I mean, as long as they both make the right reads, then you know, it's easier for me, easier on me and easier on them.
He's a good back. You definitely got to get your feet under yourself and wrap him up. It won't be pretty. Well, my family keeps me aware, but I'm not that type of guy to be go searching on the internet. But yeah, my family is, not me as much. I usually text message after the game, or my mom usually calls me before and after the game. She puts stuff on my Facebook all the time. I try to ignore it, you know. I'm just trying to focus on getting better right now. I don't believe so. I think I have a lot of work to do. I believe I'm still in the progress of getting better. My footwork, you know, keeping my eyes up on my tackle. So I'm not paying any attention to statistics. I got a lot of room for improvement.